Hi, I'm Yatin Patel, founder and principal of DSP Design Associates and CEO of Kalagate Collective. Today I'm going to talk about my journey as an architect, how I started practicing architecture, and how we set up the organization. I'm a first generation architect. My parents come from a medical background. They were doctors. My elder brother is a doctor. And I was the black sheep. I never wanted to do medicine, so architecture was the only thing I could think of otherwise. So I went to Manipal to study my architecture. It was a 5-year summer vacation. And once I was done with architecture school, I started working for an organization for a year, exactly 1 year, which I thought was long enough. But on hindsight, I thought it wasn't. But I came across a few opportunities from a friend, that's the now actor Sunil Shetty. He was setting up a lot of restaurants and retail outlets. So he said, why don't you just do it for me, and why are you even working for somebody? So I started off doing those. I did a few retail outlets, fashion outlets, and a few restaurants, and then it just went on, and it just grew from there. We set up the office. We used to be called Yatin Patel and Associates, and then a few years down the road, some of my colleagues from college got into the organization, and then we set up DSP Design. Our first break in corporate interiors we got from the Reliance Industries. It was a small 5,000 square feet office, which at that point of time we thought was very large. We finished that, and then it just went on and on from there. Over time, then we set up the office from the Bombay office, where I started off with on a 3 feet by 3 feet table, to getting into a 500 square feet office. And then we set up offices in Bangalore, was the next one. That was during Y2K, the year 2000, where the software industry went on in a big way. So the software industry took us to various places. So we had a few projects that came our way in Bangalore, and over time we had multiple projects in Bangalore. So we set that office up, and from there the software industry took us to the other locations where the software industry started booming. So we went on to Pune, then Hyderabad, and then Gurgaon as well. So now we have 5 offices in the country, and we are about 300 people, all architects, interior designers, and engineers in the firm. So from designing office interiors in Mumbai for companies like Reliance and the Mafatlal Group as well, we went on to the software industry. And our first project in the software industry was extremely difficult to get, because every time we went and pitched to a customer, they said, have you done an office for a software organization? And we said, no, it's the first time. How different could it be from any other office that we designed? And then finally, after several attempts and many pitches that we did, we got our first break, and we designed a building for a software company in Mumbai, in Seeps, and then it just didn't stop from there. We went on to Bangalore, where we designed a building which was a cable-stayed structure. So what you see today as the Worli ceiling, which is suspended on cables, we designed an entire building that was suspended on cables. That was way back in 99 that we designed it. It was completed in the year 2000. It was the first cable stayed structure in Southeast Asia, and even today, the Facebook homepage of Bangalore represents that building. So we take great pride in showcasing that as one of our initial projects, and from there on, we've done several offices in the software industry. Most of the multinational software customers, clients that are there in the country have been or are our existing clients. We've done, I don't even know how many million square feet in that area as well. From there, we also started doing high density residential buildings. So most of the super tall buildings in Mumbai, we've been part of that in various capacities. So one great example of a project which had a great challenge to us put across by the client, which was a single line brief. So we walked the site, which was with the CEO of that organization. It was besides a lake, and there were a lot of people, young couples taking pictures of themselves with the lake in the background. And the CEO's brief, the only one-liner brief was, Yatin, if you come to Bangalore or if you went to Agra, what would you think of? And that's what we want to create here. So I said, okay, you want to build something like a Taj Mahal, something that's really iconic. I walked the site again after the completion of the building with the CEO, and to our surprise, again, there were a lot of couples taking pictures, but not with the lake in the background, but with the building in the background. So it was a great proof of concept of a good design and a good accomplishment, and the CEO was extremely happy. Till today, they're extremely happy occupying that building. I think it's important for all practicing architects to keep themselves upskilled in all facets of the business, not just architecture, but on the various aspects of how to operate a business. So there's the different functions of the business that one really needs to look into. That's the HR, the admin, the business development. How do you strategize to get in more and more customers and clients? The one other important factor is how you deal with your own people. It's important for us to nurture and enhance their skills, make the organization a great place to work at. We are actually certified as a great place to work at for the last couple of years now already. And it's important that every employee within the organization feels happy about coming back to the office. Because can you imagine if an architect is working on a project where the durations are 3 years or 4 years, and someone has to come into the office every day thinking that they are going to work on just that one project. So what we have in our organization is we make people shift and jump on to various projects from time to time, so that there's no monotony in the kind of work that they do. So we've got various verticals within the organization, which gives us all the employees the opportunity to shift on to different typologies of projects. So for example, if somebody is just working on a residential project, can you imagine that somebody comes in every day and is looking into just that one project? Because the life cycle of projects, of large projects, could go on for a few years. And it's important for us to give the opportunity to employees to be able to work on different typologies of projects, to hone their skill sets and to keep themselves upgraded and enhance their skill set and the knowledge being imparted in all aspects. We also have an annual conference where all our employees from across geographies meet for 3 days, where we collaborate, and it's coined as collab, where we collaborate, exchange ideas, exchange thoughts. We also have some of our global partners coming in, so we have knowledge sharing sessions, which again is extremely important. And also it kind of gets people together to know each other, because we work from different geographies, different cities, and a team within the working on a project could be based out of any of our offices. So a team could consist of somebody from Bangalore, somebody from Mumbai, or from Pune, or even overseas. So it's important that there is that face-to-face connect, and there's camaraderie that really gets developed. The one advice that I received early in my career was from my dad, to stay abreast or to be one up above all competition, and to be always ahead of the curve. So guys, stay hungry and stay curious.